Tensions mounting in the NFC North, and Lions fans know the season-opening stress all too well. Every edge, every snap, every inch on that gridiron matters more this year, because history is watching. Detroit's recent surge, edging its way back from those brutal Barry Sanders exits and Calvin Johnson retirements, sparked hope. Yet the specter of heartbreak still lingers, bubbling under the surface with every Packers power move and Vikings shuffle. The division title doesn't just mean bragging rights, it's a razor-thin thread connecting Detroit's playoff dreams to reality. Can this Lions squad, grinding with grit and hustle, rise above, or will the usual rivals flip the script once again? Is this the year they break the cycle, or are we staring down the next tough chapter of what could have been in Honolulu blue? The clock's ticking, and every decision from the front office burns hotter than a Detroit tailgate in November. Meanwhile, the Packers have done more than just whisper threats. They've roared. The Bears and Vikings shuffle pieces, but nothing close to the seismic shift that just landed in Lambeau. Lions fans, the stakes have never been higher. This isn't just about wins and losses anymore. It's about legacy, pride, and silencing years of doubt. The regular season kicks off in a week, and the pressure to perform has never been greater. This is Lions News Fan Report, where grit meets gridiron, where Honolulu blue runs deeper than just a color. Subscribe and stay locked in as we break down what's next for Detroit. Now here it is. Micah Parsons, the NFL's premier disruptor, isn't coming to Detroit as many hoped. Nope. He's heading to Green Bay. The Packers shocked the league, sending multiple future first-round picks and defensive tackle Kenny Clark to Dallas in exchange for Parsons. That's a brutal price paid and an even harsher problem posed to the Lions. Parsons instantly upgrades the Packers' pass rush and transforms their defense into a near-unstoppable force. Add Parsons to a front already boasting Rashawn Gary and rising star Edgerrin Cooper, and you've got a defense modeled after Super Bowl contenders like last year's Eagles, a nightmare for any offense and an enormous challenge for Detroit's bid at a third straight NFC North crown. Detroit's weakening edge rush depth against this powerhouse can't be ignored. Aiden Hutchinson remains a dominant force, but Parsons alongside him. That's the kind of duo that redefines the division's power balance. Lions fans are left questioning. Why didn't Detroit make a move here? With Kelvin Shepard taking over defensive coordinator duties, the fit seemed perfect, an edge-rushing tandem that could pressure quarterbacks from multiple angles and reclaim control at the line of scrimmage. Instead, the Packers now own that narrative. The Week 1 showdown at Lambeau has become a clash that carries far more than typical early-season weight. It's a message game, a proving ground where the Lions must show the NFC North that they won't fold, even with this new mountain to climb. The schedule just got tougher for Detroit. The Packers' relatively easier slate gives them an edge in the standings battle, underscoring how important divisional matchups will be. Detroit will likely need to split the two games with Green Bay, crush the Bears and Vikings, as always expected, and steal crucial road wins against AFC heavyweights like Cincinnati and Kansas City. That's a tall order, but let's not forget what this offense still brings to the table. Despite new offensive coordinator John Morton installing fresh wrinkles, the talent speaks for itself. Jared Goff, leading one of the league's most dynamic aerial assaults, is armed with top weapons. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta, and rookie Isaac Taslaya. The Lions' ground game, featuring Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, should test Parsons and the Packers' linebackers. Early and often, the critical Week 1 matchup may well set the tone for the entire division fight. Detroit winning in Lambeau would not only be a statement, it'd be a dagger to Green Bay's rising confidence. Then there's Thanksgiving at Ford Field, where Detroit hosts Green Bay again, turning the home crowd into a cauldron of pressure. This is not just football. It's a battle soaked in Detroit pride, a continuation of the fight for relevancy, and finally shutting down the ghosts of past seasons. History beckons. Will this roster's resilience and Dan Campbell's blue-collar mentality be enough against a Packers defense fortified like a fortress? Lions fans, this is your moment to turn the noise into fuel. The Micah Parsons trade might have set a higher bar, but it also lit a fire. It exposes cracks in Detroit's depth chart, sure, but it also challenges the team's identity. How will they respond under pressure? This move shakes up the NFC North in ways fans haven't seen in years. It tests every lesson learned from sideline tears at 0-16 to last season's playoff surge. The question is how the Lions will take this challenge. Will they fold into frustration like so many seasons before, or will they harness it, step on the gas, and rewrite the script? Hit that subscribe button and join us as we track every play, every adjustment, and every roar from Ford Field. The NFC North race is red hot, and Detroit fans deserve no less than the raw truth with every twist and turn. The clock's ticking, the questions are stacking, and the Lions' legacy is in your hands. How do you see this Micah Parsons trade shaping Detroit's future? Can the Lions keep their crown, or is this the year the Packers reclaim the throne? Drop your thoughts below, and get ready, because this division just got a whole lot more insane. What if this isn't the end of the shock, but the start of something bigger? Lions fans, you know the roar at Ford Field when the momentum shifts. But right now, the ground is trembling beneath our feet. Rumors swirl, whispers of front office debates over the Parsons blockbuster, and the fallout from Green Bay's seismic move has hit harder than a Jahmyr Gibbs spin move. Division rivals are circling like vultures. What if the Packers' retooled defense isn't just a flash in the pan? What if this is a full-blown pivot, a statement made in the shadows, revealing their true ambition to reclaim the NFC North throne? The NFC North's chessboard just got flipped, and the Lions' move to stay on top suddenly feels riskier than ever. Are we about to see Motor City grit tested to its limits? Or is this plunge into chaos exactly what Detroit needs to ignite that playoff drive? Because if history's taught us anything, it's that inside this division, one wrong move can send your season crashing faster than a Dan Campbell fourth down call. But hold up, what if the Lions' front office, in a rare gamble, is plotting their own masterpiece? Could they be holding something under wraps, a counter-move that shifts the entire narrative? Insiders say Detroit's deep roster might be more fragile than we like to admit. What if the blowback from losing Parsons exposes cracks in our defense the front office refused to acknowledge? And that's just the beginning, because the ripple effects from this trade are echoing all the way to the draft board, complicating every strategic decision for Detroit's future. But the biggest question is, how do the Lions respond? With the Packers fortifying what was already a formidable squad, and the Vikings and Bears shuffling around like players desperate to catch up, every snap at Lambeau, every gritty yard in Ford Field, becomes a battle for legitimacy. Jared Goff's aerial assault has been the engine that keeps this team alive. Our passing attack ranks top 10, but with the Packers adding Parsons, their pass rush morphs into a nightmare scenario. Can our offensive line hold, or will the NFC's newest beast dismantle the Lions' hopes? The division crown isn't just a trophy. It's a gateway into the playoffs, a shot at restoring Detroit's pride after a decade of heartbreak. And that's why this game, this entire season, is hanging by a thread. One misstep could send us tumbling into the abyss, just like the ghosts of 0-16. The NFL always finds a way to surprise us, and with every move, every game, the stakes climb higher. The front office might be gambling big now, but the prize? That's a shot at legacy. A shot to silence years of doubters. Now the question is, will our resilience be enough to turn chaos into our crowning glory? Or are we staring down the barrel of yet another chapter where maybe next year turns into not this time? Because if the front office gambles, now we could be watching the start of a dynasty, or the death of a dream, and Lions fans, you better believe we're not about to let this one slip away without a fight. As a Lions fan, I'm beyond fired up. This move is a double-edged sword. It's gut-wrenching because it exposes our vulnerabilities, but damn it, it's also the kind of bold shake-up that can define a franchise. We're screaming for respect, and if Campbell's boys can adapt and grind through this chaos, maybe we finally prove we're more than just a rebuild. But if we fall flat, you better believe the tailgate's going to be even louder with frustration. This isn't just a game, it's Detroit's backyard, and we're fighting to stay in the fight. One pride doesn't just mean loyalty, it's about standing tall when the odds are stacked higher than our tailgate tables. So, Lions fans, buckle up. The season's about to reveal what we're really made of. Let's show the NFL why the blue and silver are here to stay. It's grit, it's pride, it's Honolulu blue, and we're not backing down now.